Hey guys, Editing Ryan here. The following video contains several analyses of some of our previous Parkeology Challenge videos, so I recommend watching those videos first in order to optimize your viewing experience of this video. Those vlogs are linked in the description below and in the information symbol in the top right corner of the video. Or you can head over to my channel at youtube.com/thatguyRyan to view my entire playlist of Parkeology videos. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon while you're over there. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Hang loose, everyone.
Gonna give everybody a quick shot as to some of the food that we've bought in preparation. We probably won't eat all of it, but at least we've got some options. In our fridge here, we've got a couple of protein shakes ready for tomorrow for breakfast. I've got some Uncrustables that would kill Ryan, so we won't share that with him. We've got two halves of each of our sandwiches, so one will be for our lunch, one will be for our dinner.
I can smell those subs from here.
Down there is our sauces to make the sandwiches not quite so dry, but hopefully not super wet either. All right, so over here we've got some other kinds of grain bars. For Ryan, I got Cliff Bars. We've got some Gatorade special like powders to go in water bottles. We've got tons of water bottles and lots of Powerade sitting in my car.
Electrolytes.
We're ready to go. We've got some raisins. We've got bananas for breakfast. We're gonna try these Gatorade Chewies, see how they work. We've also got some lightweight boxes for cereal, as well as some Chex Mix. Like they're small bags, so these will fit in a pocket, folded up.
They're portable.
So we
and
should
for
be good
Ryan,
to go.
We got some Dramamine so that I can take it and hopefully not get motion sickness on the rides.
Mission Space Orange. If it has a shorter weight than green.
I really
And we'll probably come back later and do it when it's got a better time. Here's your vlog back.
Thank you. So yeah, we're prepped, we're ready, we're getting everything packed and like put in bags so it's easily accessible for us tomorrow, and so all we have to do is just grab it and go. So heck yeah. Hello everybody, my name is Ryan. I'm here with my buddy Aaron.
I need to go to bed.
We both need to go to bed. Merry 47 Eve. We are doing our WDW 47 challenge tomorrow. We are currently here in our room at Port Orleans Riverside. We are in the Princess Royal Suites or whatever. And so before we started our run tomorrow, we just wanted to do kind of a vlog where we're talking about our run tomorrow, reflecting on previous runs that we've done before, and kind of asking each other questions about how we feel our run's going to go tomorrow. And this will be posted before the actual challenge run will be posted, so you guys can kind of reflect on what tomorrow will be like before you guys even see what happens, unless you follow our run and you know what happens. But enough of that. So
cool, it's a hype-up vlog.
Yeah, it's a hype-up vlog. So we got a couple questions here that we've already come up with, and we'll just have a discussion, see how it goes, and then we really got to go to bed. But we did get mint juleps, non-alcoholic, before this discussion, basically, just to celebrate being in Port Orleans, because it's kind of a southern drink, and it's fun, and I've never had it before, so.
It's been really cool. We've done a highlight vlog for Port Orleans, so if you haven't checked that out, check Ryan's vlog out about that. We check out a little bit of Riverside, we check a little bit out of French Quarter. It took us a couple of days because we didn't have enough time. We have to go to bed super early.
Right.
So we did a bunch of stuff and we compiled it all into one big cool Port Orleans kind of vlog.
Yeah. So I'll link that in the description below, and if Ryan, you have not posted that yet, what are you doing? Post it, and then link it. Come on. Alright, but anyway, on to the 47. We brainstormed a couple questions that we wanted to talk about. So the first one that we came up with was, how do you feel the test runs went? We did a couple test runs for the 47 challenge in the week leading up to tomorrow. We did 3 vlogs of runs, but Aaron did a 4th one, or actually he did 2 other test runs that were not vlogged because I was not there for them.
Therefore bestowing the term selfish upon myself.
Yes, no, stop it!
Aaron did 2 Toy Story runs.
Yeah, the first Toy Story run was pretty good. I just decided last minute, I was like, how fast can I do Toy Story Land? And I did all of Toy Story Land. I got in line for Midway Mania, then I got in line for Alien Swirling Saucers, and then made the line for Slinky right at park close. It took me about 20 minutes to do all of that.
It's
it was
pretty incredible.
Insane. I tried it again last night, adding Star Tours and giving myself an hour. So I did Star Tours, and then I did Alien Swirling Saucers, and then I did Midway Mania, and then tried to get to Slinky. I actually didn't make it to Slinky before the park closed. I was about 2 minutes shy. It was a long line at Swirling Saucers, so I had a good run that first time. I'm hoping we can get something like that. If we don't, like, we're kind of stuck, because that's the end of, that's park closure. That's when, like, things are really starting to heat up and get, like, intense and stressful.
Right.
As long as we make that Slinky Dog Dash line at 9 o'clock, having done everything in Hollywood Studios, we should be good to go. So I think my Hollywood Studios runs were pretty successful because even the second one, the one that I did yesterday was Memorial Day. We had Memorial Day crowds.
Exactly.
And I had a backpack on because I was heading to work, so I had like all of my work stuff with me.
Right.
So I was doing my best, but also not giving it the full amount of effort, like running
Totally.
and speeding as quick as I could. So it honestly could have been a lot better, and I probably could have made it if I really like fully committed and tried.
Right.
There was a lot of also weird things that factored in, like vomit in the queue and inefficient collection of things going on, and things weren't moving as quick as they could have. So all of those minor things added up, and it ended up negative on my run yesterday. But the chances of all those negative things happening again, not so much for tomorrow. But different things could happen. So.
It's very true. So like, it's fun to practice these things because you can get a general sense of how things are going to go and how successful you will be with your plan thought out and everything. However, there are things like that you just don't expect and you can't plan for. There's no way to know. That could totally affect your run. Like on our second run.
What about the first one?
Well, yeah. I mean, I just mean on our second 47 run when Grand Fiesta Tour closed for the rest of the night. There was no way we could plan for that, and that just kind of ended it for us.
Grand Fiesta Tour never has technical difficulties.
Right.
So we didn't think that we were like we could just put it at the end of the night. We'd be fine because it's never gonna have a wait. Yeah, we had plenty of time early in the day. We could have done it. And we just were like, we're counting on it, and we got disappointed.
Right.
And that's what killed us.
What were you gonna say about our first run?
I was gonna say we had this immense success and also like a huge curveball when we did our first official run together in practice. We rope dropped Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios.
We did.
And like I was exhausted. I had just worked the overnight shift. Going straight on into this, the park was already open for select guests for a private event.
Only for Toy Story Land, though.
Only for Toy Story Land, and so we knew we were going to try and get to Tower of Terror.
Right.
We get on Tower of Terror, we made it off Tower of Terror before the park had even fully opened.
Which was incredible.
We headed straight for Rock and Roller Coaster, and that ride was closed.
Yeah.
And you won't see it on any of the vlog content for that portion, but Rock and Roller Coaster was closed well into the afternoon.
Yeah.
So, like, that entire wrench would have thrown our actual challenge, like, crazily off, because both him and I can't figure out where we're going to stick Rock and Roller Coaster if we don't do it immediately after Tower of Terror.
We're praying it's open tomorrow after Tower of Terror because they let us in early that day. Park opened at 9. They let us in at like 8:43 or so. We got right on Tower of Terror, got off at Park open at 9, and then our plan tomorrow is to just go right to Rock and Roller Coaster and be done with the 2 very big rides in Hollywood Studios. I think our best test run was Epcot.
Yeah, after having a horrible Animal Kingdom one.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about the Animal Kingdom one first.
Then we'll get to Epcot.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom wasn't very good. It started off really good. Really good, actually.
What's the order of how we did everything? We needed to get lunch because we hadn't eaten in a while.
Right.
So we were starting in Dino Land, and we were like, let's assume it's like 4:45 or so, and we're already in Dino Land. How do we start this?
We also played the worst case scenario game for all of these test
every
runs.
situation we're like, we need to play worst case scenario. So with Rock and Roller Coaster being closed, we stayed in Hollywood Studios for probably about 10-15 minutes. We're just like, I think this is how long it'll take us to get through Rock and Roller Coaster, and then left.
Yep.
We met Olaf.
Right. But for Animal Kingdom, we're planning to get there hopefully around like 4:15 or 4:30ish.
Yeah.
We started our practice run at 4:45, just to be like, worst case scenario, this is how late we get here. We started off at Tricera Top Spin.
We had no wait. We walked straight on.
Zero wait.
We had to wait for the cycle to finish, and then we got straight on.
Yep.
Straight on the ride.
And we were going to do Primeval Whirl. The problem was, and again, this is another unforeseeable thing, they closed one of the sides of the ride.
Significantly early. Because I used to work at Primeval Whirl, and they closed it way earlier than they typically do.
Right.
So, like, I wouldn't have planned for that. And when that happens, the wait time at Primeval Whirl instantly doubles.
Right.
You go from being super efficient to half as efficient. So I was like, we need to get out of here. This wait that says, 10-15 minutes is now 20-30. We don't have time for this. We got to come back and hit it. And we made a quick audible. Where did we go next?
Dinosaur? We went to Dinosaur after that.
We got on Dinosaur fairly quickly.
But we did kill a few minutes there because we did originally wait in line for Primeval Whirl, and then when we realized that it was going to be longer than we intended, we were like, oh, we need to get out of here.
Small amounts of minutes all adding up.
Definitely.
That's what's going to help us tomorrow.
Definitely. The problem is, we need to have them on the forward end. Like, we need to be saving minutes, not killing minutes.
Yeah.
So that is one thing where we lost some time. And then it also made it harder for us because we could not find a good wait time at Primeval Whirl after that. Like, if we had started at Primeval Whirl and then gone to Tricera Top Spin, we could have done this run even better. But that was the first thing that ruined it for us. And then we got a really short wait on Expedition Everest.
Yeah, we did
really short wait.
I think it's at 20 minutes, and we were on at about 5:10.
Yeah.
We were, like, it blew my mind because we had done about half of the Animal Kingdom rides that we needed to do for that leg of the journey, assuming we hit Pandora first thing in the morning, which you'll see on the actual challenge tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We were halfway done. We had 3 rides down, 3 rides to go, and we had it had already been only about an hour.
We got through 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we had 3 rides down in less than an hour. We did Tricera Top Spin, Dinosaur, and Everest all within an hour. It was 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
50 minutes.
Yeah,
We started
less
at
than an hour.
4:45. We got off of Everest at 5:36.
At somewhere along the line, I snagged a fast pass for Kilimanjaro safaris.
Yes.
And we held on to that because we were like, the safaris is going to be popular. And we jumped in, I don't remember what the wait time was for Kali River Rapids, but it was warm that day. And we waited about an hour for Kali River Rapids. The
That
whole
was
time we were
ridiculous.
like, well, you know, we're still doing good. And indeed we were. But that was one of those moments where we weren't saving any minutes.
Right.
Because we said, you know, when we got off Kali, the fast pass for safaris is ready.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of getting at the first window of the fast pass
Definitely.
to then make a new fast pass for Primeval World, or to make a new fast pass for the River Rapids.
Yeah.
So like during these practice runs, I've really learned how to upgrade and move and cycle fast passes.
Yeah.
Because our original Epcot fast passes have changed hundreds of times
For the actual challenge
for the
tomorrow.
actual challenge
Yeah.
tomorrow. We originally had a frozen fast pass that was at 5 o'clock, and then we managed to move it up to 4:10, and then got it moved all the way up till
9 a.m.
9:30.
Yeah.
And then backed it down to 10 something, and we were like, this is still pushing us. We're going to be at Magic Kingdom. We're not going to make this.
Right.
To get all the way into Epcot and then to the back half of Epcot. So I just bumped it back to 4 when I saw that was available. Because even Frozen's like only 1 or 2 options available. It's not like there's tons to choose from.
Frozen's
So
popular.
we had to cycle that thing like crazy, and now the actual Frozen Fast Pass is
It's
even
different again.
earlier
Yeah.
than when we did our Epcot run 2 days ago. No, yesterday.
Yesterday.
And we had great luck at Epcot considering it was Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Talk about Epcot. What did you
Yeah,
do?
well, real quick, the other thing that we learned from Animal Kingdom was that Primeval Whirl has a pretty hard point where Standby and Fast Pass merge together. That's going to be a little
Okay.
problematic. We did have a Fast Pass for Primeval Whirl. We were able to get one at the very end. That was our last ride we did. But it still took us 15 minutes to get on the ride, even with Fast Pass, because the time where you wait significantly is after you pass the point where Standby and Fast Pass merge together. You wait a long time because that loading platform is not very efficient because the cars are going at a unified speed. The cast members can't do anything about that. It's just it's kind of like an Omnimover type thing. They can't make it go any faster. So that's going to be a problem for us that we have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
But Epcot was super great. We had an amazing run at Epcot yesterday.
Considering the day before we actually found Fast Passes that were almost identical to the actual window of the Fast Passes we had.
Yeah, the night before.
And we hit everything at the right times based on what the Fast Passes were for the actual challenge that we were going to have.
Right.
So we ran in, we went straight to Figment, then we went to Mission Space. We got lucky with a 10-minute wait at Mission Space, which
was
we
great.
will not have again. Fingers crossed that we can.
Yeah,
But
hopefully we
I
have
don't
it.
predict that we'll have that again. But I also don't predict that we'll have a 70-minute wait at Soarin', which we toughed out. After Mission Space, we did single rider at Test Track. That was about 30 minutes, and that was accurate. And then we went over to Soarin' and killed time.
Well, we did
No,
Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth.
We had a
and
Fast
then-
Pass.
And then after that Fast Pass,
And then we did the
did
Soarin'.
that.
The long line of Soarin'.
Yeah, and that could have been more efficient, but I don't think was. We were also kind of crippled because everybody immediately at Living with the Land,
Yeah.
when Living with the Land had technical difficulties.
Which again is another ride where you never think it will have technical difficulties. It hardly ever has technical difficulties.
And you would think that that's not going to impact us because we're not going to Living with the Land, but everybody at Living with the Land is suddenly like, you know what, I want to go ride something else, and the closest thing there is Soarin'.
Exactly.
They all just straight up walked over there. I watched hordes of people go to Soarin' and were ahead of us, and that is easily about 5-10 minutes right there
Yeah.
with all those people.
You got to be quick when things like that happen. But still, despite all these things, it was Memorial Day when we ran it. So the Memorial Day crowds again. Soarin' had a 70-minute wait. Test Track, we waited 31 minutes for single rider. And Living with the Land had technical difficulties. But despite all of these things, we started Epcot at 11:53, which again is worst case scenario.
That's a little bit later than we actually hope to start at
Yeah.
tomorrow.
We still were able to finish Epcot at 4:15. We want to be out of Epcot by at least 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's
And we
the latest.
And we managed to get some extra fast passes after using the Frozen one. We got
Yeah.
a fast pass for the Seas, ran over and hit the Seas, and then we got a fast
Living
pass
with
that
the
became multiple experience, and we ended up redeeming it at Living with the Land.
Yeah.
So we used 5 fast passes at Epcot, and that's what we're banking on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is to be able to get those 3 done, and then get more and more, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get something like Soarin' or Test Track,
Right.
or even Mission Space. Mission Space is crazy.
Definitely.
Blow our mind and have some good luck there. Because that would be amazing. I think we also have a good strategy because we moved Spaceship Earth to the first thing that we're doing as soon as we arrive at Epcot. So you don't have to run to the front of the park and run back. Hitting everything kind of strategically in certain clumps so that we're not running all over that park. Because Epcot is very big.
Yeah.
The other parks are fairly condensed, but Epcot's very long. Trying to go from one side
World
of Future
Showcase.
World to the other side of Future
Yeah.
World and down to World Showcase and back. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to be fairly impressed with Epcot, and it's also the part that scares me the most.
Yeah.
Aside from Toy Story.
Yeah. Even though there's still a lot of unpredictability in this challenge, doing the test runs definitely helped us. And I would recommend, if you guys are planning this challenge or thinking of doing this challenge or have an interest in it, definitely consider doing practice runs. If you live in the area or are annual pass holders or can afford it, definitely try practice runs to like test out your theory, because your plan could be great in theory, but once you test it, you might be like, oh shoot, like this actually doesn't really work. Let's tweak this. And it could help you develop a much better game plan.
We've also watched several 47, 49, however many, whatever the number is, attempts on YouTube. This will be our third one. Parkeology had their first one unsuccessful, and their second one was successful. And then a bunch of other people have uploaded theirs from their college programs or whatever they're doing. And it was super helpful for us to see the order in which they're doing things and go, okay, well, we like this, we want to do it this way.
Yeah.
Well, we have extra magic hours here on this particular point, so we can't start at that park like they did. We can't rope drop Toy Story. We need to be going to Pandora.
You could steal little bits and pieces from the runs that you watch and be like, ooh, this chunk was good. Let's incorporate that into ours somehow. So definitely do your research. It helps. Wow, we did a lot of discussing on our test runs. But here's the next question. What is something you wish we could have tested but didn't?
We talked about this earlier. I kind of wish, a couple things. I wish we could have done Toy Story together.
Yeah.
And I wish that we could have done Magic Kingdom Evening, because as it is right now, we have a small chunk of Magic Kingdom pinned for the middle of the morning to hit those Main Street vehicles, the Rafts at Tom Sawyer's Island, and the Liberty Bell, which are those time-sensitive attractions at Magic Kingdom that are going to close early, like significantly early. We have 3 attractions, at least as far as we know. We got to double check and make sure again that aren't going to be open for extra magic hours. So we have 2 hours where we have to hit those for sure, because during the last 2 hours of our run tomorrow, they're not going to be open. And if we miss that because we're on some other ride doing something and just couldn't make it to Splash Mountain, Carousel Progress, or Jungle Cruise, like, it's going to be a sad way to lose because we weren't paying attention to the extra magic hour or early ride closures.
Yeah. That's definitely true. We didn't really test much at all at at Magic Kingdom. We did significantly test the other parks. I wish we could have done Toy Story together too. He did it while I was visiting home and just unavailable. But one of the other things I really wish we had been able to test was the rope drop of Pandora. We didn't get a chance to do that. We didn't get to the park at like 6:30 like we're going to do tomorrow and be the first guests in line to see if we can actually make it to both Flight of Passage and Na'vi River Journey before we have to get over to Studios to do the rope drop at Tower of Terror as well. So we didn't get to test that small portion, and that's kind of a crucial part, because if for some reason we don't get to either of the Pandora rides, it's like Rock and Roller Coaster. We don't know where we're going to put them. Like, we'll have to really think on the fly if that should happen. So I wish we were able to test that for sure. What do you think our biggest challenge will be tomorrow?
Trying to get Epcot. I think trying to get Epcot.
I was going to say the same thing.
If we can get Epcot to work the way that we need, if we can get Blessed at Soarin' and Blessed at Test Track, everything else is going to fall into place. We can save up to an hour.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, up to an hour. If we can get Fast Passes to line up the way that we need, if we can pound things out, if we can get lucky, maybe a ride has just reopened, like I think Mission Space did the other day from a downtime of some sort. Maybe suddenly a change in cast members that are working, or the awareness of the guests that are at the attraction. If we can get something to just line up for us at Epcot right in the middle of the day, when we're hungry, when we're tired, when we don't really want to keep going, but we got to get that chunk done so that Animal Kingdom can line up, so that we can get Hollywood Studios done. If we can get Hollywood Studios done early because we did Animal Kingdom early, because we did Epcot the right way, Magic Kingdom is going to have tons of time for us to do it.
Yeah. I think I would agree with you. Epcot is going to be the most crucial portion of our run, because this whole time we've banked our entire plan on finishing Epcot in one go. Because if we, for some reason, don't end up finishing a ride at Epcot, we're going to be hard pressed to go back to Epcot. Like,
there's no time.
There's no time. So we need to finish Epcot all at once. And I think doing that will be our biggest challenge. We were pretty successful the other day, which gives me a lot of hope. Like, I'm pretty confident about it, but I do think it will be the hardest part of our run.
Epcot's the place where all of our challenges die. There's always something weird that happens to us at Epcot. Whether we're doing a WW47 or we're doing a character challenge, something happens at Epcot, and it throws everything for a loop. So if we can get blessed at Epcot, the rest of the challenge is going to be smooth sailing, I think, because just one domino fell in the right order, everything else will fall.
It's always at Epcot. During our second 47 attempt, Grand Fiesta Tour went down for technical difficulties for the rest of the night. We were done. We were eliminated. With our WDW character challenge, we stood in line to meet Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy for, my God, like an hour and a half or something crazy like that. It took forever, and that was all it took. That drained us. We couldn't keep going. Like, it took so long. And also the princesses, none of the princesses worked the right way when we tried to do the character challenge.
Luckily, we don't have to worry about princesses.
Yeah, I'll link that challenge up at the top if you want to see that. There's a little eye somewhere above me. Click that, you'll see it. Let's see, next question. What is your favorite memory from our previous 47s? Now, I know my favorite memory, and I think yours is probably the same, but...
I'll pick a different one just because
okay.
I know what you're going to say, because
Yeah.
it was so good. Shoot, then, if I can't say that one, because I'm limiting myself.
Yeah.
I think my favorite memory from the second attempt is all based on the first attempt. The first attempt, we were just like, let's try this, and we didn't really think anything through. We were unprepared, we weren't hustling as much as we needed to. We had a ride closure with the Main Street vehicles, and just from that point, like, we threw everything away. We were just like, we're not going to do this, let's see how much we can do, and it was all just a mess. It was a great time with our friends, but it was a mess of a challenge.
We only completed like 15 rides.
But that second time, when we were on the first train at Mine Train, and you could hear it in your voice, you were so pumped. You couldn't believe that we were on the first train at Mine Train.
True.
And we had great luck at Space Mountain. And we had extra time then, before we needed to catch those Main Street vehicles to get out, that we squeezed in the Speedway.
Yeah, that was great.
We got the Tomorrowland Speedway in. And that was so cool to be able to be like, okay, we have plenty extra time. What can we stick here? And we stuck that ride in. We won't have to deal with that. And it was awesome. And then just the look on your face when your keys were broke. Like, that was so funny to me. Like, we have great memories. That, the panic that sits in when we were early at studios, and then studios rope dropped when we went to the bathroom. How could you have predicted that?
Yeah, there's no way to. We were like, oh, we're gonna hit the bathroom first. We got a couple minutes till the park still opens. Let's do that, and then we'll rope drop it. And as soon as we came out of the bathroom, people were flooding in. We were like, oh, we gotta go.
I'd say those are some of my favorite memories, aside from what else?
Yeah, this is probably our actual, both of ours, favorite memory. This happened during our second attempt as well. We came to the realization
while we were on T-Spin,
while we were on Tricera Top Spin at Animal Kingdom, that we still had not gone to Ellen's Energy Adventure over at Epcot. And the last showing was at 7 o'clock, and we were on Tricera Top Spin at like 6:15. We had already booked a fast pass for Primeval Whirl right after Tricera Top Spin, so we were like, all right, we're just gonna go over there, ride it real quick, and get off. Well, we got off that ride at 6:35, and we were like, we've got 25 minutes to get to Ellen in Epcot. And we booked it out of Animal Kingdom. We got on the tram. We rode the tram to the car. We floored the car to Epcot. We ran through the parking lot, ran through the entire park, and we collapsed on that pre-show room of Ellen at 6:57.
Everyone was watching us. Sweat was dripping everywhere. No one had any clue.
We were pouring sweat. We were panting. We were like shouting and like celebrating, and everyone's just staring at us on the floor of Ellen. Oh man, I think that was my most triumphant moment and probably one of my favorite memories of Ellen's Energy Adventure ever. Thankfully, this route, I mean, it's sad, but it's a blessing and a curse. We don't have to worry about Ellen's Energy Adventure or Great Movie Ride, because both those rides are closed.
We're blessed as well that there is a closure for the Wildlife Express.
Yep.
As they're reimagining things over there, as well as the Walt Disney World Railroad is closed. And those two are also time sensitive, so we have two big time sensitive rides, and two of the longest rides that Disney had at the time of our second attempt are gone. So to be able to fill in those with other attractions and get stuff done, like,
it'll be interesting.
It's entirely possible. We'll see. Like, this is going to be completely different than the other time.
Yeah.
The previous challenge before.
So this is a 49 challenge that is going to be 47 because two of the rides that we would be able to ride are currently not operating.
I've hashtagged them both. We're good.
Yeah. However, on the other hand, we do have to do Pandora and Toy Story Land in a 47 run, which we have not had to do before.
And there's not too many vlog footages either of people dealing with that.
Right.
We weren't lucky enough to get a fast pass for Flight of Passage.
No. Most people that we watched who did do Pandora did have a Flight of Passage.
Have that. So that's one thing that we've got to deal with, and we couldn't get a fast pass for Slinky Dog Dash. So, like, we're kind of stuck there. The best we could get was Frozen, and I think honestly that's what we need right there in that middle of the day, is that Frozen fast pass. I think we're gonna do.
I think so.
Pretty great.
I think many people don't think to fast pass Frozen. I think many people are going to be making fast passes either at studios where Toy Story Land is or Animal Kingdom where Pandora is. But I don't think many people think to like try to rope drop those areas and then get over to Epcot and have your fast passes there. I think we got a pretty unique but effective strategy.
Yeah.
Next question: which ride are you most excited for tomorrow?
I mean, my favorite ride's Expedition Everest, so I'd say I'm very excited for that.
Okay.
I'm very excited for the morning. Like,
yeah.
I haven't done a rope drop with Pandora in a long time, and I haven't done be the first guest at Animal Kingdom ever.
Yeah.
I've been there as a cast member, strolling in the middle of the darkness before the sun has risen, seeing guests lined up and ready for Pandora. And we're going to be those guests tomorrow.
We are.
If there are people in front of us, I will forfeit the challenge right there. Not really. But I want to be the first guest in line for Animal Kingdom tomorrow. And I want to be the first guests in a link chamber tomorrow at Flight of Passage. Like, I want to experience the chaos and the rush and get everything to line up so good that we can really be set to go. So if you're gonna ask me which ride I'm most excited for, it's the first ride.
Okay.
It's the first ride.
Okay. I think that's fair. I think I'm with you on that as well. However, I am also excited for Splash Mountain because that is my favorite ride, and we haven't done Splash Mountain in a 47 before. We haven't.
No, we haven't.
So it'll be fun to finally get our home spot in our 47 ride. I think that'll be cool. I think we'll be celebrating and enjoying the ride. Not too much though, because we still have to tweet out the fact that we're on the ride, take a picture on the ride, document the fact that we've done the ride.
We don't get to enjoy any of the rides tomorrow.
No, not really. Not in depth anyway. But yeah, Pandora will be very successful, I think. Just the fact that we'll be there very early, I think it'll be so much fun. You'll see it in the vlog. My last question that I have for you is, we have a lot of competition tomorrow. A lot of competition. Including UCF Kent, who is someone who has done the challenge 4 times now? 4, right?
Yeah, 4 times now.
4 times, and has been successful all 4 of those times. He's an undefeated champion of this challenge.
I'm excited to see his run tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going up against him tomorrow. So are you worried? Are you worried about the competition?
Yes and no. I've looked at one of the groups is 3 different people all together in a group. There's a difference between a party of 2 and a party of 3.
Absolutely.
And you have to be ready to split immediately. If UCF Kent is doing it on his own, he's a party of 1. He can single rider everything. He doesn't have to worry about anybody. He doesn't have to worry about the other person lagging behind or being tired, or that person's now trapped behind 3 strollers, and I got to keep my pace so that they can catch up and make sure that we're going to the bathroom at the same time, and worry about them being hungry. UCF Kent only has to worry about himself. So yes and no. Yes, for sure with all of that. But I'd say no as well. We've done everything that we can think of as actual cast members who work attractions at Walt Disney World to know when should we hit these rides, which order should we hit these rides. I've asked friends, when do you think is a good time for us to try and ride this ride with the least amount of weight? Because tomorrow my goal is to make sure that I ride every single ride at Disney World with you.
Let's talk a little bit about our plan for tomorrow.
Keep it brief because it's time to head to bed.
Yeah, we do gotta go to bed.
Our goal is to rope drop Animal Kingdom.
Well, first we do plan on purchasing preferred parking. Which I think will
so
help.
It's not going to help us at Animal Kingdom because we're going to be the first guest in that parking lot.
Correct.
But it's going to help us out a ton to get good parking at Studios, to get great parking at Epcot, and to be at the front of that massive parking lot at Magic Kingdom. We've also considered using an Uber
for the Magic Kingdom.
To help us when we're coming back from Magic Kingdom to get to the TTC without having to worry about the monorail.
Yeah.
Because when we're leaving the park, the express monorail is going to be closed, and the resort monorail is going to take its time.
Yeah.
The resort monorail is not doing the WDW 47 challenge. It is doing the I need to go to Contemporary, and I'll take however long I need to get you there, and then I'm going to take however long I need to get to the next one, and that's great. But we're gonna see if we can't try an Uber possibly, see if that would help, or if it's not going to help, we'll take that monorail. We'll try that bet and see what we can do.
So preferred parking. We're gonna rope drop Animal Kingdom in the morning.
We're gonna rope drop Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
You can notice on the app that Tower of Terror has had freaky wait times for the last month and a half or so.
Freaking high.
Yeah. It's insane, and there's no real full understanding and awareness, I think, by most of our competition that I think that's going to be an issue. I think they're going to try and do Slinky Dog Dash at rope drop, not being aware that there is a small early morning magic that guests can purchase to head into Toy Story Land earlier. And if they are trying to do that, that's against the rules. And so they're doing that, and that's gonna hinder their attempt. Or they're gonna try and get in that massive mob and get to Slinky first thing in the morning. And Tower of Terror fast passes are not easy to come by, and there is no single rider at Tower of Terror. You are stuck.
And it's a long line.
And it's long.
It'll be long.
It will be long. And so I think we are the smart ones who are not rope dropping Slinky, but are rope dropping Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, planning on coming back for Star Tours when it's empty, instead of in the middle of the morning like we did last time, which hurt us really badly.
That did hurt us very badly.
And we're gonna bank on the fact that we can get 4 rides done in an hour and a half, maybe a little bit more. Hopefully we can get a little bit more. But if we can do all of those
in the evening.
Like in the evening, at the very end when the park closes, open Hollywood Studios, close Hollywood Studios, stay away from it during the middle when it's super busy. I think we'll have very good luck there. And
Yeah.
I don't think very many people are going to be hitting Tower of Terror first
Yeah.
thing in the morning, unless they've got a fast pass for it, in which case that's awesome.
Right.
Good luck to you. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I wish I would have gotten one.
Right?
I'm so intrigued to see how the tweets will start coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to follow
See who
some of
leaves
the other...
Animal Kingdom first,
Yeah.
who doesn't even start Animal Kingdom. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, one of the people we watched do the challenge made a big spreadsheet of everyone who ran the same day and like color coded it based on the parks. So I'm interested to try to follow all the tweets of the people who are running tomorrow and make that for ourselves and like kind of observe what our route was compared to everyone else's route. Like I think it'll be really interesting.
Cool.
And if we make that, which we probably will, I'll share it with you guys somehow, just so you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our run for tomorrow, here's our plan. Just in case it changes, I want you guys all to know what we had planned out ahead of time.
Yeah.
So we're purchasing preferred parking. We are getting to Animal Kingdom. First thing in the morning, we're going to rope drop Pandora. Get the 2 rides there done and then leave. Going to Hollywood Studios, rope dropping Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster. Then we're getting out of there. We're going to Magic Kingdom to do the Main Street vehicles, Liberty Bell, Tom Sawyer Island rafts, all the time-sensitive rides.
I think we'll have enough time to also squeeze in something
A couple
small,
others.
like maybe a Magic Carpets of Aladdin, perhaps even like a Barnstormer or Dumbo.
Yeah,
Like,
possibly a Pirates.
yeah,
We
we
can
did
make it
we
happen.
did Pirates in our test run. Yeah, it's good. If we could hit Jungle Cruise, if Jungle Cruise
Yeah.
was like short at that time,
Yeah.
oh man, if Splash Mountain was short at that time, that's
Yeah.
also really good.
Yeah,
Like,
we're basically
man.
just trying to hit all the time-sensitive stuff and whatever else we can get done in between, perfect. From there, we are going to Epcot. Yeah, Epcot, and we're doing the
everything.
entire park in one shot. Whole park.
We have fast passes for Spaceship Earth,
Yep.
Figment, and Frozen at this time.
Yep.
All
We'll tweet
set-
those out tomorrow
all
morning.
set to be, sent as some of our first tweets tomorrow morning, and all set to be done by about 2:30.
Yep, with fast
So
passes.
we'll
So then
see.
we can book fast passes one at a time for the rest of the day, 2:30 on, up until the magic hour starts at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
From Epcot, we're going to be going back to Animal Kingdom,
to do everything that's not in Pandora.
finishing the park. Everything except for Pandora.
Our hope is that after leaving Epcot, that we can get something good for Fast Pass for Kali River Rapids, because it's supposed to be hot tomorrow. If we can get something good for that and bump that up as fast as we can, we won't really have to worry too much
Yeah.
about Tricera Top Spin or Primeval Whirl.
Like we said-
Single rider at Everest might get lucky
Yeah.
at Kilimanjaro Safaris, because when
Right.
we used that Fast Pass, we walked on, and so did Standby.
Yeah.
It was a waste of a Fast Pass during that
Yeah.
practice run.
Yeah, there was no one in the line when we used our fast pass for Kilimanjaro Safari, so we realized we made a mistake there. Hopefully we can get one for Kali because that was our biggest vice when we did it. When
It
we
was
did
also
our
not
practice
something
run.
that we actually attempted in the previous challenge.
Right.
There was no
That's
Pandora
right.
at the time when we did our last challenge, and we did all of Animal Kingdom in one shot. Had to leave to go do
Ellen.
and make Ellen and finish all of Epcot. And the plan was, because Animal Kingdom was still open for another half an hour after Epcot,
We were
I
gonna
think
go
of that
back.
day, another half an hour, if not an hour, that we were going to try and bolt back just to do Kali River Rapids.
Don't know if we made it or would have made it because we didn't even try because Mexico was down, but would have been interesting to see. But after we finish Animal Kingdom, heading back to Hollywood Studios, doing the 4 rides, Star Tours, and all of Toy Story Land to close that park. Then we're heading to Magic Kingdom for the rest of the night to do everything there in the couple hours left in the park opening, plus the extra magic hours we get for staying at this resort from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. It'll be a long day, but it'll be super fun. Well, it is 10:18 p.m. It's getting pretty late. We need to go to bed. One idea that I did want to just close out on, I will be posting this third 47 attempt pretty soon. If I haven't posted it already or whatever, I'll let you guys know when I figure that out. But I would like to do, if you guys are interested, a tips and tricks video just to give you
That's
guys.
cool.
Yeah, I
You
just
haven't
thought of
talked
this.
about this with me. That's
No,
a good
I
idea.
just thought of this while we were doing this to like give you tips and tricks on like how to save time and how to like plan your route and how to do test runs. Aaron and I could do a vlog kind of like this, like a sitting vlog. We could maybe even do a live stream with you guys if you wanted to, where we just talk about what we did, what time savers we chose to do. I'll give you one example. When Aaron and I go to the bathroom, we bring a little portable size hand sanitizer with us so that we don't have to stand there washing our hands. We just go to the bathroom, we run the heck out of there, and we use hand sanitizer.
We don't care if we're disgusting tomorrow. We have to win this.
We won't be disgusting. We've got the
I
hand
don't even
sanitizer.
I'm kidding. I gotta give you something, because the whole thing was perfect up until that point. You have to have something to edit out or leave in.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, let us know if you want to hear tips and tricks thing. Like if there are enough of you guys.
I would watch that.
Yeah, if there are enough of you guys who are interested in doing the challenge and just don't know how to start, we've become veterans in this. We've thought about it so hard. Like this is really, as Aaron described it a couple days ago, this is the perfect description. This is a marathon with math involved. That is what this is. Like you got to worry about running, you got to worry about your pace, you got to worry about what the heck time it is so you can try to squeeze everything in. Like it is a marathon with math.
Right now we have good weather.
Yeah,
That's
thankfully
gonna be
we have good weather because some people unfortunately pick a day where there's just going to be inclement weather, like Parkeology during the first attempt picked a day where there was inclement weather, lightning, thunder and lightning, and they still had outdoor rides left to do. And all the outdoor rides close when there's lightning in the area.
They never came back up.
And they never came back up for their run. So thankfully we don't have a day like that tomorrow, but that is another thing you got to keep in mind when you're planning your 47 challenge.
We'll see. It's Florida. Anything
Yeah.
can happen.
Exactly.
We could get a thunderstorm tomorrow.
We could. It's not scheduled, but we could. But anyway.
What is scheduled is my bedtime.
Yes, it is time for bed. Let me know about the tips and tricks video. I'd love to share more information with you guys, maybe even a live stream, whatever you want. Just give me a comment down below if that's something you're interested in. Share this video with your friends so that they know what we're doing, this crazy idea that we're doing. Follow us at the Splash Guys on Twitter.
For the 4th attempt.
Yeah, for the 4th attempt, because we'll probably do more of these because we love it. So,
Especially when Star Wars opens.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be fun to try when Star Wars opens, and when Mickey and Minnie opens, and when Tron is open. Like that.
Definitely.
The theme parks change completely.
Yeah, it's a new challenge every time something new opens. Yeah. But so still follow us on Twitter at the Splash Guys, because you can scroll back in our history and see our 2 other previous attempts for the 47 challenge, including the one we're doing tomorrow, and the character challenge that we did previously, and you can scroll through and be like, oh, that's cool. And then follow us for our future runs.
We'll probably do another character challenge again. I've been
will.
hounding him. I want to do another
We'll
one.
probably do a lot of other challenges too. If you guys have other challenges that you would like us to do, because we love a good challenge, let us know. Yeah, we totally love to run it, and we'll, if it requires taking pictures, we'll put it on the Splash Guys Twitter as well, so just follow, because that's kind of our challenge Twitter. But for now, it is bedtime. We have to get up in like 7 hours, so we got to go ahead and go to bed. But thank you everybody so much for watching. Wish us luck. I hope your day was just as great as mine was. Hang loose, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.